Hi everyone, welcome to WW Designs. My name is Nikki and today we are going to do prompt 5 for July Junk Journal Challenge, and the prompt is tag. And of course it wouldn't be a Nikki journal if there wasn't something coffee related included in my pages. So I have this empty box of double latte packets that is now empty, and I'm going to use it to do this page. So I've just started with a old book page which I have used to cover up the branding that was on the brown paper bag that I was using as a base, and I thought book page, sitting down having a coffee, good combo. Then I've just grabbed my coffee stamp here, and I'm going to add 1 or 2 or 10 to the page because I just feel that the background needs a little bit of something. I'm using my brown ink for these, obviously. So the next thing, we are going to start with making our tag. I have just cut this off the cover. Now I could have gessoed over the top of this, but I decided to try something else. I've grabbed this stencil. This is from a multi-pack of stencils I got off Temu. And I've grabbed a variety of just brownie coloured paints. I'm going to start with the lightest and work my way up to the darkest. And what I'm going to do is just stamp. I picked this stencil, not stamp, because it had quite a lot of pattern on it. And I'm just going to dab the paint on with a, this is a makeup brush. I buy them cheap. It's a multi-pack I get from Kmart. And I'm giving it a good stamp with the first colour. And the whole idea is that I want to try and cover a lot of the branding, but I don't mind if a little bit is showing at the end. Now, it doesn't look as though much is happening here yet, but we just need to be patient. So I am drying off each layer quickly with the hairdryer just to speed things up a bit, but acrylic paint dries very quickly. You could just leave it for a few minutes and you'd be fine. Then what I'm doing is just flipping it over a little bit. So now when I do the next bit of stenciling, I've got a bit of an angle happening, and I'm going to cover more of the base in different spots, if you get the drift. I've changed colours. I'm going for a darker brown here. And then hopefully when it's finished, you'll see the variety of colour. Yes, and I'm moving my plate. It's stupid that I'm leaning over across me to get to my paint. This is my favourite plate. I broke my favourite plate that I had been using for well over 10 years. It hit the deck and I had to get a new favourite paint plate. It's not the same, but the layers are growing on it slowly. So quick hair dry. And again, still it doesn't look as though a lot's happening, but when you see it close up, you can see that it's definitely starting to cover it. So now I'm going for an even darker brown. You could do it all with the same colour, it wouldn't really matter, but I had all these browns, so I thought I'd give them a go. And I'm focusing especially up on that you know, where that bright red shape where Jarrah's written. That's the bit I want to sort of try and cover up the most. The rest I don't really care about too much, but that Jarrah's just a little bright for me, so making sure we get that well covered. So yes, going back in over that. I'm determined to try and dull that down as much as possible. Another quick dry with the hairdryer. I don't want it all to just smudge together. So we're going back in with the lighter one now. I mean, this is Junk Journal July, so I tried to come up with a way of actually using some junk and just simple tools to create something interesting. So now we're going to move on. It's dry, and I have this gorgeous coffee cup, which is from a cut-apart book I got from Stamperia called, I think it's called Coffee and Chocolate or something like that. And whenever I use these, because they're fabulous, they're printed on both sides, I always want to flip it again because I think I've got it on the wrong side. But they're double printed perfectly, so when you cut them out, it's perfect on both sides, which is lovely if you accidentally get something on one side. And we're just going to pop that there, and now you can just see that little hint of red up the top, but doesn't matter, that's all good. Then I ummed and ahed about what to put down the bottom. I just wanted a little bit of something, so I found this little doily that's been coffee stained, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that down the bottom, and you'll see soon why I just wanted something decorative down there. So I'm just going to lightly ink the edges of this, create a little bit more contrast. I don't have to do this bit, but I just decided to. And then we're going to glue it down. I'm just using a few little dots. I don't want to put too much glue down because it's only going to spurt out through all the holes, and even though it dries clear, just don't need that. Okay, so we can just put that aside for a sec. I'm just going to trim off those little bits that are hanging over the edge because they won't fit in where I plan for this to go. So now let's just finish this page. There's not much more to go. The next thing I've got is another cutout from that book, and this is like a little bar of chocolate. And of course, coffee and chocolate to me are the perfect combo, so I thought let's add this to my page. Two of my favourite things in life. Now, this next bit, this is a coffee die that I have. It's a base, and then the word coffee is a separate die. So I cut the first base just on some light brown coloured cardstock, and then the word coffee I actually cut from the side of the box. So if you look at it closely, which of course you really can't see, you can see a little bit of the writing from the side of the box, but I tried to pick the bit where I could fit the word coffee in without too much of the branding sort of stuff. And I'm turning this into a belly band. So I've only put glue down the two sides. And that's why I had to cut the bit off the doily, because I know this is quite a tight little fit happening here. And so those bits there in the middle, you can still see sort of what's underneath, but I don't think that matters at all. And then I just had this cool wool that I bought at an op shop one day, and it's different shades of brown with a little bit of blue, and then I just feed it onto the tweezers and pull it through the hole. I find that the only way to get multiple layers of string or wool through. And you just have to be careful that you get the hole in the right place and then feed all the little bits through. And voila, we've got a bit of fluff at the top of the tag now. And now just carefully feed this through my coffee sign. And we have a very cute belly band and tag. But I've sort of decided I need a couple of other little bits, so I die cut out some of these very cute coffee beans, and we're going to pop that down. I have so many different coffee die cut things, it's ridiculous. So this was a good excuse to actually get them out and use them. I think I buy every coffee die that I ever see, because there's always one bit of it that I don't already have. And I love all things coffee, so can't help myself. And then I realise I've got quite a bit of white space there. I really think I need a couple more coffee stamps. So we'll just chuck a little bit of paper in behind, because I want to do them over the edge and I don't want to risk getting brown ink on the other page underneath. And I know you really can't see me do this one because I didn't realise I had pushed my little journal up a bit too high, but there's one up the top there. It's a little bit hard stamping on this because it's a bit uneven, but honestly, it's a coffee stain. It's all good. And that's pretty much it. So there we go. That is my day 5 tag. It's coffee themed. I love it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments box below for me, please. And if you could give this video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed seeing how easy this page was to put together, but I really love how it turned out. So until next time, bye for now.